Check out carmarshal.com. The link is in the description. They help support us.
Massachusetts became the first state in the country to ban bump stock devices for guns like the one used in the Las Vegas shootings. While those devices are now illegal, just a few owners actually turned theirs over to police. WBZ's Christina Hager has the story.
Taking the inertia of every round that comes back and as fast as it can load another round and keep shooting.
You're looking at a banned item as of this week.
To my knowledge, this is the only one that has been turned in to date.
While this bump stock device was just turned into Essex Police, state police received 3 bump stocks and 1 trigger crank before the ban on them officially took hold, making Massachusetts the first state to make them illegal since a gunman used one to turn a semi-automatic into an automatic weapon, unleashing hundreds of rounds into a crowd in Las Vegas. John Rosenthal, who heads up the group Stop Handgun Violence, lobbied for the ban.
There's no question in my mind that people won't turn them in. I would suspect that a lot of legal gun owners are going to buck the law.
Essex Police Chief Peter Silva says the man who surrendered this device explained why most aren't likely to let go.
He was a little frustrated because of the fact that he had spent approximately $250 for this piece here, and there was no redeeming value on the other side for him to recover that money.
These are devices designed to kill a lot of people quickly, and I'm not so sure that we ought to be compensating people for giving up these devices that never should have been purchased in the first place.
All licensed gun owners in Massachusetts got letters explaining these devices had to be surrendered by Thursday or they could face prosecution. And this new law carries some stiff penalties, 18 months to life behind bars for those found guilty. Christina Hager, WBZ News.
State bans popular AR-15 accessory, police shocked after only 4 people comply. After a state passed a law making the possession of bump stocks for firearms illegal, police were apparently shocked when only a few individuals voluntarily turned their devices in. By Rachel Blevins, February 20, 2018. Massachusetts became the first state to ban bump stocks for firearms, and after 3 weeks with the new law in effect, police are apparently shocked that only a few citizens have come forward to voluntarily give up their newly illegal devices. Bump stocks, which replace a rifle's standard stock and allow the gun to mimic an automatic weapon, came under fire in October after police claimed that the suspected gunman in the Las Vegas shooting, Stephen Paddock, had 12 rifles with bump stocks in his hotel room. While it is not clear whether the bump stocks were used, or how they contributed to the carnage that resulted from the shooting, they became the focus of the mainstream media's wrath, and Massachusetts jumped into action. Now, residents who violate the new law could spend anywhere from 18 months to life in prison. The ban took place in the state on February 1, and the new regulations gave residents the option to turn their bump stocks over to law enforcement with no repercussions, but so far, police departments in Springfield, West Springfield, Holyoke, Agawam, Granby, and Ludlow have received 0 bump stocks. The Chicopee Police Department has received 4 bump stocks, and Officer Mike Wilk told 22 News that he was actually shocked by the low response. 4 is surprising. I figured we would get a few more, but at least we got 4, Wilk said. There is no incentive for residents to turn in their bump stocks, other than a pat on the back and the peace of mind that they no longer own something the state has deemed illegal. Wilk said he believes that there are people that could transfer them out of state. If they had a second residence, they could have brought them there. Essex Police Chief Peter Silva told CBS Boston that the one man in his city who voluntarily turned his bump stock in expressed his frustration at the fact that he paid more than $250 for the device and he was now being forced to turn it over to the police with nothing in return. He was a little frustrated because of the fact that he'd paid a little over $250 on this piece here, and there was no redeeming value for him on the other side to recover that money, Silva said. While there is no clear proof that bump stocks were responsible for the nearly 60 deaths that resulted from the Las Vegas shooting, John Rosenthal, founder of a Massachusetts-based nonprofit that advocated for the ban, told the Huffington Post that he believes bump stocks should be outlawed because, "We saw in Las Vegas the carnage, which far exceeded the carnage of any other mass shooting in U.S. history, and it made it very clear to me that there's no purpose whatsoever for a bump stock, other than killing a lot of people very quickly." Rosenthal also told CBS Baltimore, "There's no question in my mind that people won't turn them in if the ban became law, and clearly that was not the result." The city of Denver, Colorado, has introduced a similar ban, which makes bump stocks illegal to sell, carry, store or possess within city limits. While residents also have the option to turn over their devices to law enforcement without repercussions, violators could be fined up to $999 and face up to 180 days in jail. One of the main points that do not appear to have been thoroughly addressed in this debate is what happens to the bump stocks after they are turned over to police. Not only does the former owner receive no compensation, but the local police department now has a new weapon to add to its increasingly militarized arsenal. And as the Free Thought Project has reported, police in the United States have killed 450% more Americans than the last 4 decades of mass shootings combined.
County, this is Charlotte County Cop Watch, and I wanted to explain what fair use is. You can use pieces of news articles if you're doing it for news reporting, you have commentary, and you're doing it for education purposes. So that's what fair use is, as you can see right here. Another reason why I wanted to make this video is to let you know I have just joined with Patreon. A nice thing with Patreon, I make no money on YouTube. They took the money away years ago, and so this is another way to give, and it's a nice thing too because you can give monthly. You can give $1, $5, $10, whatever. I do 4 to 5 hours a day on trying to wake the sheeple up on how corrupt it is and different ways that you can fight the corruption. So Patreon is a way that you can do it, and then of course the old way is still there. Donate to Sheriff County Cop Watch with PayPal or credit card. So keep that in mind. 4 to 5 hours a day. I make no money, but the corruption happened to me and I'm sick of it, so I'm trying to wake people up. But my wife would love it if some, if we could get some help out there. There's 47,000 subscribers. Just think if each one of you subscribers just gave a, let's say, actually, yes, $1 a month. 47,000 subscribers gave $1 a month. That would be awesome. That's not going to happen. But anyways, that would be great if it did happen. But, do the math in your head. Just think about it. Like I said, 4 to 5 hours a day. I get no money from YouTube. YouTube has gone nuts. You can't do anything anymore. They're taking the money away everywhere. So these are a couple different ways that you can still help out with all this time that I put in. And as you know, I'm in a special situation where, at least I can do it. 4 to 5 hours a day. We have a cleaning company during the day. That's what allows me to do this, and we're debt free. So this is my hobby. I don't go fishing and all that other crap. I try to save the world. So help me out to make the wife happy, man. In fact, if you guys did give $1 a day, and there was 47,000 of you, and you did it, and each of you gave $1, and that was every month, oh my God, yes, I could quit. I could start suing them. Another idea too that we have is, if I got, some funds, we could actually contact everyone that has been ticketed and or arrested and put in jail and start sending them postcards to let them know we're here, and to see if everything went all right, and if it didn't, find out their story. So we could even do more investigations and more lawsuits. Lawsuits take money. So just think about that. 47,000 of you so far right now. $1 a day. $1 a month on Patreon, or $5 a month on Patreon, 10, 20, whatever. Just do the math in your head. Help out. This is a lot of work every single day. Thanks.